Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool arcade game repair video for you this evening. What do you think? Was that pretty good? Anyway, I've got a RASTAN arcade game we're going to try to work on today. This is pretty much the condition we get them in. I bought this probably 3 years ago and put it in storage. I never even plugged it in. It's just been sitting around, so we've been trying to work through some of our backlog. But anyway, this is going to be a little bit different of a video. So this is what it looks like now. I'm going to try to bring you along a little bit for the process. Does anybody know what cabinet this is? Somebody put a RASTAN in a different type of game. That's right, it's an Asteroids. I'll go ahead and tell you. Those are pretty much a dead giveaway. So the first thing I'm going to do is clean it all off, try to get it opened up, and see what we're working with. Alright, so I got some of the dust off of it. Got it opened up. Found the manual. And it was an Asteroids Deluxe. Looks like everything's in there. Just a JAMA board, power supply. Looks like it's going to be a 13-inch G07 monitor. Control panels need a little work. Well, everything looks pretty complete. I think I'm just going to plug it in. What do you think? Let's see what it'll do. Alright, got it plugged in. Hit the interlock switch. Sound like it's doing something. Looks like it's working. Alright, well, most people would just close the lid, take the pictures, say everything works, list it for sale, and be done. But that's not how we do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this monitor out of here. I'm going to change all the capacitors, even though it's working just fine. And it looks pretty good. I'm still going to take it out and cap it, just for preventative maintenance. I'm also going to change that switch and power supply again, just so I know it's good. Then I'm going to clean it all up. I'm going to try to clean up these control panels. I'm going to touch up a lot of the black paint down there on the cabinet. I'm going to put new locks on it. I gotta take this glass off too, just so I can take this out of here and clean up a little bit. But it looks like the board's working, so that'll be good. Alright, I think I'm gonna take that monitor out first. So this is why you gotta look at everything and check everything out. See that power connector there going to the monitor? Well, they just had the wires just sitting in that connector. Trying to get it where I can show you. See this white wire? So, how long do you think that would have lasted? One good bump down the road and that wire would have fell loose. Here's the other one. Alright, I'm going to keep taking it out of there. Alright, I got the monitor out of there. It's a 13-inch G07. And since I just showed you guys that it was working and I just had it on, now I've got to discharge it. So you'll need a regular screwdriver and an alligator clip. But if you can't find your alligator clip, just get a wire, strip some back, and wrap it around the screwdriver like so. Make sure the other end of the wire is stripped. Then all you gotta do is touch this to the frame with the one hand. Then with the other hand, you take this screwdriver and put it underneath this anode cap, and you should hear a pop. So let me set this camera down and I'll try to get you a video of it. I don't know if you could hear that, but it did make a little pop. Once it does that, you can pretty much just grab it at that point. Then you undo the ground wire, goes to the neck board. You can wiggle off the neck board, unhook the degauge ring, unplug the yoke. Then you're going to need a 1/4 inch I like these. One on this side, one on this side. There you go. So now I'm going to go through, I'm going to change all these capacitors. Normally I change the flyback on a G07, but on the 13-inch ones we don't. Because whenever you change it, they claim the 13 inches and the 19-inch flybacks are the same, but we don't think they are. Every time we put a 19-inch flyback on a 13-inch G07, the geometry is all wrong. It's all pinched and stretched. And I don't think these have the same problem as the 19-inch ones do. So we're going to leave that flyback, change all these capacitors. We also change this resistor. And then we're going to reflow the video connector. They get cold solder joints on them all the time. But this one looks pretty clean. So we'll start capping it. So I cap things a little different. I like to just cap them here on my lap. I put something down and then I can just get to it. I don't know, it's just more comfortable for me. Maybe my desk is too low to the ground, but I don't like having my legs right up there. It's just not very comfortable. So I'll just cap them this way. And we've got a whole bin here full of capacitors. If you're only going to do 1 or 2 cap kits, it's not really worth the effort. But if you plan on doing a bunch of them, it's saves you a lot of time and money. And so like we've got one UF50. That's another one UF50 because that's a pretty common one. One UF250, 2.2, 3.3, and they go up. So 4.7. The first one there is 4.750, and the second one's 4.7250. So I can see real easy and real quick which ones I need. So it really saves a lot of time. It goes all the way to 1000 UF or microfarad or whatever you want to say. I say UF. But anyway, I'm gonna start capping it. got it all back in there. Changed all the caps. Reflowed everything. Got everything put back together. But before I put that back in the cabinet, I'm going to go ahead and mount this board a little bit better because it's just hanging in there. And I'm going to go ahead and change that power supply down there just because I got a little bit more room right now before I put the monitor in. Alright, so let's see what we can do with that. Well, I forgot to hit the record button, but I did get the board mounted in and the power supply changed. So now I can put the monitor back in and then I can start working on these control panels. got the plexiglass off. Got the control panels cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna finish cleaning everything. I'm gonna test everything out, and then I'm gonna hand it back off to Ronnie, and I think he's gonna do a gameplay video for you.
Okay, so this is how the little RASTAN turned out, formerly known as Asteroids Deluxe. Now you might say, why didn't you turn it back into an Asteroids Deluxe? Well, it was already a RASTAN, so it's a lot less work to just leave it how it is. And the main impediment to that is you need a raster monitor. You need a 13-inch raster monitor. You can't use a LCD screen or something. You can't use a did I say raster monitor? You need a vector monitor. It's got a 13-inch raster monitor in it right now, which is much more findable than a vector monitor. And then we'd have to find a Asteroids Deluxe PCB. Who knows if the power supply is still fine? I guess it probably is. I probably left that in there. And then we would have to buy new artwork, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of work. But if you, the vector monitor is actually to the point where you can't get one. So if I wanted to find a 13-inch vector monitor, I probably would not be able to do that, even if I started waving money around. So it turned out pretty good. So this is just a, just a basic little kitted game. Now, down the road, someone may decide to turn this back into an Asteroids Deluxe. A lot of people get very upset that these got kitted and all of that. If the operator wouldn't have kitted it, they may have thrown it in the trash. A lot of these got destroyed, thrown in the landfill. This one was saved because the operator figured out a way to make some more money off of it. And that's just reality. That's just how things worked. So it's still with us and can be converted back whenever somebody finds the right monitor for it and the right board for it and decides to spend that money to do so. So it all came out pretty good. He just tried to make it look a little better, a little cleaner. I think the control panels came out pretty nice. We had an issue where this is only a 2-button game. He may have mentioned this, but they had 3 buttons on it. The start buttons, of course, are over there on the side of the cabinet. 3 buttons on the control panel. And they had it where 2 of the buttons did the exact same thing, were the weapon. And so we looked it up just to confirm that that's just the only way to really play RASTAN, and it is. So whenever he changed the buttons, he made those both red that do the same thing, just to kind of make a little more sense in people's head. So either one of those is the weapon button, and the other one is the blue button. And it's kind of common for the red button to be a attack button and the blue button to be a jump button. So that's the colors we went with. All right, so maybe we'll play it a little bit and just test and make sure that everything's good on it. Okay, folks, I've got you recording upside down, but I flipped the video, so you can't even tell. I shouldn't have even told you. You never would have known. So that is our gauntlet game making a bunch of noise.
Heroes of the realm.
Heroes of the realm. Just ignore that, folks. Just ignore that. Okay, I put it in test mode so you won't have to hear it. I had to get a drink, it's a cocktail cabinet. So I got my root beer. That looks pretty good. Okay. So we're going to play it a little bit. Now if you don't know, if you haven't watched a bunch of our videos, I'm not very good at playing any of these. But I can test it. Let's see if I can get a credit on it. The credit has arrived. Okay. Here we go. Pro move. Deal with it. I played this one before, I believe, on video here. I'm not positive, but I think I have. They're kind of like frogmen. I always thought he climbed crazy. There's a lot of missing sprites here. Like their animations aren't complete. Oh, I got hit by a rock. It's not good. Oh, I don't have my... I had that... I had that axe before. That helped a little. Look at this crap. Will they come get me? Probably not. It's like a gorgon or something. What do you call it if it's got a snake's head? Boy, look at all of that. Did they do that because if you stand in one place too long, maybe? Uh-oh. Like their jumps aren't really all that great. They just kind of come up the wall. Look, it's a chick, I think. It was a chick. It looked like a strong chick to me, people. I mean, I don't know. I gotta put another quarter in. Joey always charges me. I'm trying to film the video, and he makes me spend my own quarters. I probably should be swinging from the heavens. Look how I'm learning and getting better. Kind of. think that's a chick. I'm not positive, but... Look at them. They're trying to tease me with that sword. Ooh, that was too close. Should I go down, you think? Man, am I right back? Am I back as far as I was? I guess so. I gotta do better than that. Wizard needs food badly. Okay, let's go down this time. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's on now. The thing down at the bottom, I guess, is telling me how dead I am. It's kind of like a heart. It's like a heartbeat. Oh, look, we got one flying. Look at him. Oh, I died right where I could continue. That's pretty good. Ding dong. Okay, so the boulder, can't do much with the boulder. When it's doing its thing, you gotta just jump over it. I don't know if I should go down that way. What do you think? Oh, look at the art in the background. Uh-oh. I'm getting Castlevania vibes. Come on, brother. Walk into it. See, they're doing the same to me that I'm doing to them. Alright, well, there you go, folks. You've probably played RASTAN many, many times, but I think it's all working pretty good. Look. Boy, I've got one of the highest scores of all time. Look at this. I'm the fourth, I have the fourth highest record in the world. Look at that. Number 4. So there you go, folks. That is the legendary RASTAN. All fixed up, ready to go to somebody's game room. Somebody will really like this cool cocktail version of RASTAN. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Do you remember playing RASTAN back in the day? Have you ever seen one that somebody installed in a cocktail cabinet? I think it's the only one I've ever seen in a cocktail cabinet. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't do it, but I think a lot of people didn't do it. There's all the different weapons. So leave your comments below. If you want to know how you can support our channel, let me tell you an easy thing you can do to support our channel. There is a link down below to Amazon. If you decide you're going to buy anything on Amazon, click our link to take you there, and it gives us a percentage of everything that you buy on Amazon. Because, you know, we're advertising Amazon to you right now. So if you click our link, it remembers that it was us. There's a little URL or whatever in the link, and it gives us a percentage of your purchase. It's a good way, and it doesn't raise your prices or anything. It's a good way to take some of Jeff Bezos' money and slide it our way. So we appreciate everybody that's been doing that. And we also have a parts page on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. And at the top, you can see all the games and stuff that we have available for sale. But you can also go to our parts page and see a lot of the links to things that we use whenever we do our repairs on pinball machines and arcade games, jukeboxes, things like that. Now, another thing you can do is check out our brother's channel. So my brother Donnie has his own channel. It's called the My Brother Donnie channel. Very creative name. And we work on arcade games, pinball machines, and jukeboxes. But my brother Donnie works on vintage vehicles. He works on old buildings. We've got some old buildings that we've purchased in a small town near here. And we've been working on those to fix them up, get them ready to rent out to people to help revitalize the downtown area of that small town. So check those out. And we hope to see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it. Here, thumbs up. Don't give me a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs up. All right, so we'll see you on the next one, folks. Have a good evening.